Supreme Court retirements under President Donald Trump cause an extra measure of heartburn for Democrats. They nominated Hillary Clinton and her 7-mile train of scandalous baggage for president, and that's Jake. They elected Bill Clinton as president, who perjured himself and sullied his office. Not a problem. The one guarantee with Trump appointing Judge Brett Kavanaugh is that the Democrats, fueled by their mindless street mobs, will try to destroy him. It's how Democrats behave. It is not how the news media should behave. Is there anyone who disputes that? But it is how they will comport themselves, because they are one with their Democratic brothers and sisters. One by one, leftist Democrats have been making preposterous comments since the moment Trump made his announcement. Sen. Kamala Harris, for instance, immediately described Kavanaugh as a deadly threat, saying, his nomination presents an existential threat to the health care of hundreds of millions of Americans. The news media reaction to Democratic rants. Nothing but airtime. Leftist websites like the Daily Beast presented Trump's short list of candidates as a plot by Catholic fundamentalist puppet masters. Where are the news reports about Kavanaugh being slandered for his Catholic faith? To beat this old saw, what if National Review had attacked Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's nomination as a plot led by Zionist puppet masters? You could have heard journalist heads explode. Instead, reporters like NPR's Nina Totenberg, who not only smeared Associate Justice Clarence Thomas with unsubstantiated sexual harassment bilge but also openly allies herself in public appearances with Justice Ginsburg these days, are warning that Kennedy's retirement will be the end of the world as we know it, leading to a hardcore conservative majority of a kind not seen probably in 3/4 of a century. To conservatives, that sounds great. But this reaction underlines why people don't trust the liberal media funhouse anymore. Under President Barack Obama, the Democrats tried to socialize healthcare with Obamacare. They pushed same-sex marriage, and the Supreme Court imposed it on 50 states. Obama also imposed radical federal guidance on public schools with inclusive policies for transgender students. Our liberal TV anchors and taxpayer-funded Totenbergs never described all this as the end of the world as we know it. It wasn't the work of a hardcore leftist administration. But now the idea of reversing any of this is called a shift sharply to the right. When Obama nominated then-Judge Sonia Sotomayor and then Solicitor General Elena Kagan to the court, journalists talked about extremes. They gushed like schoolgirls. Try ABC's Claire Shipman, Mrs. J. Carney, on Sotomayor 9 years ago. This sounds like an Obama campaign advertisement. Even as a little girl, growing up in a drug-ridden South Bronx housing project, stricken with juvenile diabetes, she had that trademark knack. Instead of seeing dead ends, young Sonia saw possibilities. She's also an avid Yankees fan, a mean guacamole maker and a fierce biker. Sotomayor sits at the left-wing extreme of the Supreme Court, but at her confirmation hearings, the networks were in denial. Jan Crawford Greenberg at ABC said, Sotomayor, calmly, persistently, repeatedly, described herself differently, sounding almost conservative, but any research seems to bring us back to the eternally shameless Totenberg. She said of Sotomayor, in fact, on a lot of criminal law issues, you could say that she's more conservative than some members of the Supreme Court, including Justice Scalia. When Kagan was nominated in 2010, Totenberg took to NPR and, we're not making this up, put on the theme song of the Superman TV show from the 50s to compare Kagan, the former Harvard Law School dean, to Superman, Kagan, who can raise money by the millions. Kagan, who can end the faculty wars over hiring. Kagan, who won the hearts of students. They are about to show the world what first-class hypocrites they really are.